Hello, today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to set up your own personal email using your domain name in Gmail. To get started, I've already logged into my Gmail account, as we can see here. So we will go into settings, right here on the top right. And from here we'll click accounts and import. And we're going to go where it says check mail from other accounts. So we're going to add a POP3 mail account that we own. So the email address I'm going to be adding is mel@wptutorialgirl.com. I'll click next. Now my username, all this information you will get from your hosting account, your hosting company. What I've done is I've logged into my cPanel, and here I go into email accounts, and here is the email I've created, wptutorialgirl.com, and I go into configure email client. Now here it gives you a bunch of files which you can download to automatically set up your email on your computer using whatever client or software you're using. And here all I want are the manual settings, which are all listed here for me. And I will be using those just as reference. So if I go back to this window, now username is mel@wptutorialgirl.com. So my password and POP server, it already recommends a default because usually they're all set up with mail dot whatever your domain name is. And here we have a few options. Leave a copy of retrieved message on the server. I'm not going to check this because I do not want to be downloading the same emails I've probably already checked in my Gmail account. So basically it just keeps a copy of the emails that are being downloaded to Gmail, so that if you go into a different email client like MacMail, then you get to re-download all those emails that were received through Gmail previously. Next, we've got always use a secure connection. This is really up to you guys if you want to have your email very secure. I don't typically use it, not for this account anyway. And then you can label your incoming messages under this email address, or I can create a new email, a new label, sorry. So let's say you're setting up several accounts, you could have labels for all of them, and then they'll just show up on your sidebar in the Gmail. So you can basically click it and it just filters down to that specific account. And you can also archive your incoming messages, so they just skip the inbox and they directly go into the archive. So I'm all done here. I'm going to click add account. Now, it's going to be asking you if you want to be able to send mail using this account. Yes, I want to do that from Gmail because I'm going to be using it as my main email address from now on instead of my really long Gmail address. So I'll click next step. Now it's going to ask me for my name. This is what's going to appear in people's inboxes when they see who it's from. And so, you know, it always says your name and then your email address. So I put in my name here. So here I've unselected treat as an alias because this is my own personal email, and if I was managing someone else's email, kind of like as a ghostwriter or something like that, my boss's email account for him, I would leave treat as an alias so that when I send emails I would see them as unread. But in this case I'm going to be managing the account, so I'll just leave that unchecked. And you have the option if you want to specify a different reply to address. So when people click reply, instead of going to mel@wptutorialgirl.com, it could go to another address. But I'm going to leave everything like this and click next step. And here I've got two options. I could send my emails through the Gmail servers, or I could send them through my own personal server for my domain. Um, I feel, it's your personal preference. I trust Gmail. Gmail has probably some of the best servers on the internet, which are really, really fast. So I figure why not use Gmail? I'll click next step. Now it's going to send me a verification email just to make sure this is actually my email. If I click send verification, okay, so I have probably received an email with the verification code. So I'll go back to Gmail here. So if I go to my inbox, I can see I already have a email from Gmail. Let's open that up. And here we find the confirmation code. So I will just highlight that, copy it, and I'll go back to my window, paste that in here, and click verify. Now a little tip for you, if you do want to use your personal email strictly, you can go back into accounts and import, and here you'll see send mail as. So I've got my Gmail address, which is really long, and I've got my own personal one here. So I can set this as my default, make default. So now when I go and I compose, it automatically selects the from as mel@wptutorialgirl.com. Now if I did want to use my Gmail, I can always toggle it and just switch it, but I'll just stick with my new email. And that is how you set up your personal emails in Gmail.